Hey guys, welcome back. It's been an incredibly long time since September and I haven't really got an answer for why. But I'm back. Obviously I have been working on other projects and neglecting YouTube a bit. So we are now in the middle of, end of January now, literally I think it's the last day today. So last day of January, we're in the midst of breeding season. I'm just going to step to the side for a minute, and you can see I've now got proper set of breeding boxes. I felt this was a necessary addition because obviously I was limited previously just to the 4, which is still down here, so I've got a total of 12 boxes in here. Majority of pairs, I say, are paired up. There's a few later bred young birds, yearlings, that are still figuring out what they're supposed to be doing. But we have an abundance of eggs, absolute abundance. We've got, you can't really see it on the camera there, but there's eggs in this box. We've got 2 pairs on the floor, like there's one under here and one down the front of the loft, and we've also got eggs in every single of the old boxes, which are the old pairs that have gone back together. So I feel we're in a really good place going into the breeding. As I say, we've got, I think we're up to 14 eggs, so if they'll hatch, that's a decent start to our young bird team. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this year. I feel on top of a lot more things. As you know, one of the hardest things in breeding is keeping everyone fit and healthy. These birds have been locked up since September, but health-wise they've all been good, you know, touch wood. Haven't had any issues at all. So if we look back on last season compared to previous seasons, I feel a lot better. Many things, okay, we didn't get the results and stuff, but health-wise with the birds, with the losses, we didn't lose many birds at home, so they were definitely a lot healthier going into the racing, which is a good thing. You know, I can take responsibility and say previous years maybe they weren't in as good health, but I feel I've got things locked down currently, so we're in a much better position, like going into this breeding, going into racing this year. So yeah, like obviously all these birds are looking absolutely stunning at the minute. They're all currently in the aviary, or apart from the ones that are sitting the eggs. But as you know, keeping them healthy is the main thing in the winter, and it's not the easiest to do in the UK because we suffer from, you know, really wet, damp winters. So you tend to get the moisture come up through the floor and through the walls and everything. But apart from a few spots on the floor, which are currently being treated, as you can see, I've put the loft white down and it's all dry. So yeah, we seem to be on top of that currently as well. What else can I say? In the other section, we've got a couple of young birds that we did pick up from Blackpool at the show a couple of weekends back. So give me a few minutes and I'll get those ready to show you guys as well. Bear with. Right, so just before I pop into the other section, I'm going to show you one of the other things I picked up in Blackpool, which picked this up for the first time. I'm really liking it. It's called Success Horn from Versalage. You can see it's a sort of like pellet-like corn. It's got all of it's designed for like breeding and all of that. It's got additional minerals and vitamins and all the stuff that you want when growing young pigeons. Specifically made up for breeding and recovery. And as you can see, I've just put some in the boxes, and the birds are going absolutely mad for it. They love it. So yeah, highly recommend that currently. And we'll see how that goes throughout the season. Right then, currently in my young bird section. Obviously, I've got 2 old birds in here currently, which are not paired up, and then I've got the young birds that I picked up from Blackpool. Here is one of those said birds. As you can see, just standard. They are just blue bar pigeons, the young birds. Again, they're picking up. They are getting used to the food call. They're perching well, all of which seem to be settling into the loft really well. They are Staf Van Reets. Not that I pay too much attention to the breeding, as long as they come from reliable stock. As long as they come from reliable stock, doesn't matter what name is on the pedigree really. Again, all 3 are blue bars. Very nice shape, like form. As I say, young birds picking up well, getting used to the call, and even had them through the bobs a couple of times already. So we'll follow their progress throughout the season and see how they get on. What I will point out is, when I do bring different birds in and such, I tend to put a little identifier on them, so I know which ones came from which stock when I'm just looking at them. All of my birds that are bred here will have an orange ring on. Any that I bring on will have a different colour depending on where they're sourced from. So these 3 all came from the same source. They all have a bright yellow, sort of neon-y yellow ring. There's 3 of them, so we'll count up at the end of the season through training, and just see their progress and how they compare, with my own stock. So that's one to keep an eye out for throughout the season. Right, this is one of the birds that was raised last year. As you can see, this one was bred here. It's got the orange ring on to show that. And this is the bird that went to Guernsey. I only sent the one to Guernsey, and this was he. He's currently paired up to this grizzle hen down here. I had from a football one. Be looking forward to seeing them finally go down on eggs and seeing what they produce. So I'm looking forward to that. One final update before I go. You guys may have seen I've been working on a little app, a project during the off season, and while I haven't been doing YouTube videos, I've been working on this project called LoftBuddy. It started out purely to help me manage what birds have done what. I'm not very good at writing stuff down in books and paper trails and all that, so instead of massive messy desk and whatnot where I lose bits of paper and all of that, I've built an app which, like I say, started out for my own benefit. I can log all my data, log all the birds, and it can also track my race progress and training and all of that. I've just literally always got my phone on me, I'm currently using it for filming. But yeah, I can track everything. I'll come into the loft on the night. So I've got another egg being laid down in, you know, box number 4. Straight like that. Put it in box number 4, and it tracks that progress. What it's also doing now is it'll predict. I know we all know it's 18 days and whatnot, but it'll tell me the date of when that's due to hatch. And then another 7 days later, it will remind me if I haven't put any rings on it. Which is buzzing. It's just little bits, you know, that you know, just help to manage your loft, your progress, your training, medication records. It's all there at a glance. What I will do is I'll share one of my profiles, probably for that going to bed. Share profiles publicly. I'll add that to the description of this video, and you can be able to click on there and see a profile of the bird, and you know how it's done in racing, and as well as medication and pedigrees and all that. I'm happy to share that publicly. You know, if you're looking for something to manage your own loft, this app, I know I'm biased, it's my app, but really enjoying it, and I've had fantastic feedback so far. I think that's about everything I've got to show you guys. Look forward to producing more of these videos, and I will be getting back in here when either these hatch or I have more eggs to show you. Right. Make sure if you've managed this far, you know what to do. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment if you've got anything, and I shall see you in the next one.